Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be, a ground graced by some of the great... A header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He won't be happy with that one. Out towards the flank. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Strong running down that left flank. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Now there's a fine ball. There's the shot! Goal! Santos! The breakthrough strike! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Tottenham are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That pass just didn't quite work. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a goal kick. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Bakula! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Now it's Bakula.
Showing good feet. And he has been fouled there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Mbappe with a real chance here. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Mbappe! Decent hit from there.
Santos clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Now it's Mbappe. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. This looks promising.
Gavi.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
And it's Fernandes.
He's having a go! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Fernandes simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Gavi.
Neymar.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Santos ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Now, can they get him away? He is through here! Goes for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Looking for the run. Oh, Red, nice interception. Neymar.
Good purposeful running this. He's tried one! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Played into space out wide.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Marcola charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Neymar.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Nuno Mendes. Van Dijk. And the counter is on. He has found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Gavi. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Shifted it to the flank. Gavi. Fernandes simply refused to be outdone there. Gavi. He's found a way through. Baresi. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Hakimi is onto this. Gavi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard. Played out to the right. Could be danger here. And they've got a throw. Tottenham finding their passes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Searching passes played there. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mendes does well to stand firm and defend it. Santos are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And it's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, sweet feet. And here's Olise.
Olise really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Van der Ven gets a foot in here. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now it's Yamal. Rijkaard. Great vision. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pass is just off target.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. It's a searching pass. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, this is a great position. Thinks about the shot. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. He's having a shot! Really well taken goal. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
It's goal! Santos! And they're back in front. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Elise, can he spark a counter here? And he's managed to get free. And it's made its way to him. They've got to be quick to recover this. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a pretty loose pass. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Gavi. Out to the right. Olise. Nice physical challenge. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. It's a good 35 yards out, this. They're taking a moment to consider their options.
Olise really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the flag has stayed down. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Mbappe! The ball has bounced loose now. He's picked his way through. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Yamal. Now it's Gavi.
Pretty robust defending.
And the referee brings it to a close. Tottenham perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, after all of that, Jim, what do you... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Now it's Dembele. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Gets his head on it! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Decent progress down the left. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is Lewandowski. And that's a dangerous ball. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, shooting chance! He's delivered all right! And it has to be said, an absolute gift. I doubt very much that this was in the script. Fernandez. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And it's Hakimi. Van Dijk. Yamal. Hakimi gets into some space. It's Camavinga. Tottenham are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. That's a throw. Hakimi. He's found a way through. And it's Gavi. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Gavi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, it's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gavi. Nicely weighted ball. Crosses it in. Oh, well played. And he's been shifted off it. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Can he get it through? Yamal opts to play it back. And he was alert to it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Gavi. Oh, this is a terrific run. Davis. Not the most accurate pass. Thinks about... Yamal! Musiala. And this is Lewandowski. Now it's Hazard. He's got away. And that's gone loose. And this is Lewandowski.
Lewandowski really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Delivery from Mbappe. Ruben Neves. Great vision. Can he finish? It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Tottenham are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this guy Caicedo really is...
He's had a shot! Caught offside that time. Pavlovic. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Mbappe. Gavi. Oh, what a ball! Nicely aimed pass. That's the throw. Just eases him off the ball. And that's definitely not his best. Looking for options for movement. And he's intervened well there. Van Dijk. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. And it's Hakimi. Aimed beyond the defence. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And it's lofted through here. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's got away. Well, that is good. Super running.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. And no, that was never going to make it. Aimed beyond the defence. That's been slipped through. He's shifting through the gears here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical.
Just the goalkeeper to beat. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Dembele. And it's Messi. Mbappe! And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Tries to pass it through. Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Gabriel did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Threads one in. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Yamal! Just a whisker away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is ended up in no man's land. Sara. Ronaldo goes on a charge down the left. Great ball if he can get there. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He's found a way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Donnarumma gets it clear. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. Nuno Mendes. Messi engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Out to the left it goes. Van Dijk gets a foot in here. Now it's Yamal.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there. Not the most accurate pass. Thinks one through. Now it's Mbappe. Shot could be on. So much time. Decent chance! They've scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
just wouldn't stay down for him.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Tottenham looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Yamal, Hakimi, great vision. And that is a little undercooked. That pass isn't the best. Tottenham leading then, courtesy... That could spell trouble. And it's made its way to him. And he's found a way past. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Fernandes. Nicely shaped ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely weighted ball. Dembele is in a really good position now. Shoots! In for the pieces! And that is doing no harm.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits.
And it's been given away. Gone behind for a goal kick. Sara. Can he get on the end of this?
Added time.
Pinches it off him. No, again there's no way through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Coming on the field.
Tottenham can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now.
And he's decided to go for it. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. That'll be a throw. And that's definitely not his best. And here's Mbappe. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Tottenham have reclaimed it. Hakimi.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. Tottenham do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Camavinga. Mendes has it in a wide position, and he's managed to get free. Tottenham are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Now it's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, super ball! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Ribéry goes steaming forward. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, well played.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Barcola. Sara. And it's Messi.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Messi. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Fernandez. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that's going to be a booking. Gets a good foot in there. Fernandez. Now it's Barcola. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Out of play for a throw. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a lovely, neat pass. Looking for the run, picked out brilliantly. Big chance! No mistake! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
He's picked his way through. It's a good-looking delivery. Can he get it through?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tottenham have it back and can go again. Cristiano Ronaldo knocks it into space. That's been slipped through. He's had a shot! And he hits the net! With so little time left! Grandstand finish! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Number 10,
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Good spread.
Has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. A probing pass. And he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again. It's there. And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal.
And that is that. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Mbappe taking in the accolades. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match that
and
will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Bakula! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Oh, can he get onto this? And that's gone loose. Tries to play it through. That's a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. Denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Looking for a runner. Yamal. Rijkaard. Raul. Fernandes. Now Van de Ven. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Van Dijk. Hakimi. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Nuno Mendes. And it's Fernandes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, played right into his path. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. João Neves shifted it to the flank. That's tidy. Elects to cross. Decent chance! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Caught offside that time. Now it's Neves. Fernandes. And it's Hakimi. Bakula. Looking for the run. Shot could be on. Can he finish? Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. João Neves, what a charge down the left. João Neves, it's run loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Barcola. He's shifting through the gears here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Barcola really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support...
Oh, they could be caught out here. Looking for options for movement.
He's having a shot! Sticks it away! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Fernandez goes on a run down the left wing. Now Mbappe. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Tottenham are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Oh, crack, takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, what a mistake! Shapes to shoot! He has done it! With half-time at hand! Perfect timing! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Triol spots it and intercepts. Well read, nice interception.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Roberto Carlos, a player who needs no introduction. He is through here. Oh, it's played into the area. That is a brilliant interception. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Roberto Carlos. João Neves. Fernandez gets a foot in here. And it's half-time here. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
And the second half gets underway.
Messi.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Raul. Ronaldinho could try cutting inside here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Great challenge, time to perfection. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's been slipped through. Picked out Barcola! That's another chance!
It's in! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Has a look and plays it forward.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Donnarumma punts it upfield. Now it's Mbappe. Camavinga. Tottenham finding their passes. Barcola, good driving run. Nuno Mendes tries a cross, and he's made sure that's not getting through. Mbappe, who does have an assist to his name, threads one in. Now it's just the goalkeeper to beat. Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And again they hit the front. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Number 23.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Mbappe! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Oh, good-looking ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their...
Barcola. And he shoots! He scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key is...
Mbappe! And for a moment, time stood still. He's a sharp little ball here. Now this could be a chance. It's a pretty loose pass. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Mbappe! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Puyol, and he opts to go forward. Van der Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Gavi, Yamal.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's ended up in no man's land. And that is as far as it goes. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and
The
welcome to
conditions
today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here. And he's being shifted off it. And he cuts out the supply. Raul. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now that looks a decent ball. He's picked his way through. Poor, robust challenge. Vardiol gets good distance on it. Yamal! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Isn't it a real pleasure to be able to see the Dutchman Ronald Koeman? He's got to be one of the best ever attack-minded centre-backs, a playmaking centre-back actually, and he can step into midfield and spray a pass with top precision.
Yeah, there's a beautiful purity about the way he strikes the ball.
And he can smack one too.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Beckham really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Beckham attempts a clearance. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
So Manchester welcomes yet another grand fixture, all present here at one of English football's grandest shrines. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much...
Yamal! They want to be quick to recover this. And the shot!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Central and defensive midfield is such a key area, Peter, for most teams. And I think in Emmanuel Petit you have one of the better players who can call themselves a specialist in playing that position.
And really appreciated at both club and national level. He has that defensive nous, but... And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Roberto Baggio. Hakimi does well to stand firm and defend it. Saliba calmly anticipates. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Lamine Yamal really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Great ball, and he's in. He's had a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Yeah, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. He's onside. Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Probing pass, spread neatly. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's a good run down the left. It's the shot, surely! Now he wants to get in on the act here. And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Yamal. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Messi. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Has a look up and drives it forward. Now that looks a decent ball.
Pretty robust defending.
It's going to be another throw. Threads one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Serginho. Azar conjures time and space where few can.
Hazard with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Oh, that is a nice touch.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Oh, that was vital. Well, that's been cut out, well played. He's through here. Roberto Baggio, and he's managed to get free. Tries to thread one through. Can he get on the end of this? Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Pulls it back. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's looking wide. Well read, nice interception. Serginho.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Not the most accurate pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Hazard. Can he spark a counter here? And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Substitution for Paraguay. Number 9, Hernandez.
There's the start of the second half.
Manuel Petit.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Number 5, Rodri. Number 8.
Oh, nice touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Played into space. Yamal looking to run onto it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's Park Ji-sung. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Nicely weighted ball. This looks promising. Yamal looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And that's a dangerous ball. Knocks it back.
This match was
And it's Hakimi.
70,987.
Looking tidy in possession here. Barcola. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. And that has earned a reprieve. Camavinga! Stood up well to him there. Tries to play it through. Pass somewhat off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Paraguay clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Tries a shot! It's a loose ball. Hakimi. Tries to pass it through.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Yamal. Now this could be a chance. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Played in, he rises! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Lovely pass, but can he get there? No luck with that dink over the top. Just about up to 75 minutes. And he plays one through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's a sharp little ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, it's Park Ji-sung. Guardiol. He's picked his way through. And Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Number 11.
Well, height could make all the difference
22.
on these set pieces.
Messi. Coming on the field, number 17, Mbappe.
And it's Maradona.
Number 13, Maradona.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Mbappe. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Fernandez. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Out to the left it goes.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Maradona.
There will be 1 minute at
Gavi.
a time.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. That pass surprise. And time is up. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
It is quite a scene here in this grand Colosseum, bearing the name of the former president of its illustrious occupants, Estadio Antonio Vespuccio Liberti. But of course we know it much better as the Mas Monumental. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now that's well seen too. He won't be happy with that one. This is Dembele.
Such good technique.
He's being a chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Gavi! They've got rid. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I want to focus on this guy, Jamal Musiala. Born in Germany, raised in England. He was courted by both nations, of course, until he chose to represent Germany at senior level. I would say he's probably a natural 10 with a very quick turn of pace. And one side's gain really was one side's loss.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Oh, shooting chance! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the...
Jamal! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, important interception. It's their second corner of the game. And now they're just about within shooting range.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Deftly away. There could be trouble here. Fernandez. Oh, it's Dembele. That's a good run down the left. In with the challenge. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Here's a chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Tottenham have their third corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Goes for a shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Dembele. Knocks it into space. Ah, he's given it away. He can get that clear. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he's cut it out. That'll be a throw. Nicely weighted ball. Played into space out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Could be danger here. Drogba has given away a free kick. Not the most convincing of passes. Van Dijk. Fernandez. And here's Mbappe. Dembele.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, well played. Gone behind for a goal kick. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And that's put paid to a promising move. Hakimi. Gavi. Tottenham looking to pass their way through. Threads one in. Hakimi. Van de Ven. Aims beyond the defence. And Messi! Now it's Mbappe. Great defending, strong and determined. Fernandes.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Neatly clipped into space. Shot, surely! And it's a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Tottenham have, and that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Tottenham go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're underway again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Corner number 4 coming up here. Argentina, that could spell trouble. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. Simplicity itself.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Kimmich. Koundé. Martinez. Oh, terrible pass. Yamal! Oh, extraordinary.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares.